In the corner of my living room, beside the velvet chair, a heavy slab of ancient oak is sitting quietly there. It holds my morning coffee and a stack of glossy books, but if you lean in closer past its polished, grainy looks, there's a tension in the fiber, a hum within the wood, where a battle from a neon past is frozen once for good. It started on a jagged cliff 1,000 years ago, between two masters of the craft who hated even so. One was Malakor the Cruel, in robes of midnight dye, who pulled the screaming thunder from a bruised and angry sky. The other, Valerius, the warden of the light, whose silver staff was glowing like a star within the night. They stood upon the roots of an ancient sacred tree, whose branches touched the heavens and whose spirit wandered free. No words were traded on that day, no parley or no truce, just the sound of static snapping as the magic was let loose. Malakor flung shadows that were sharp as obsidian glass, withered every flower and the blades of mountain grass. Valerius met the darkness with a shield of golden fire, as the winds began to howl and the stakes grew ever higher. The ground began to tremble and the sky began to bleed, as they channeled every ounce of power for their desperate deed. "You shall not pass this forest," cried the warden to his foe, "then I'll burn it to the ashes." Malakor began to glow. At the center of the clearing, where the oak tree stood its ground, the wizards cast their final spells with a deafening, roaring sound. A bolt of pure destruction met a beam of holy grace, and the energy ignited in that narrow wooden space. But the tree, it would not shatter, it would not bend or break. It opened up its ancient heart for the world's very sake. As the spells collided fiercely, a vacuum started pulling, the hatred and the radiance, the heating and the cooling. The bark became a doorway and the sap became a chain, sucking in the wizards and their legacies of pain. Malakor was reaching out with a gnarled and blackened hand, while Valerius was swallowed by the spirit of the land. The magic didn't vanish, it just found a place to rest, locked within the rings of growth, deep within the chest. The battle ended instantly, the storm clouds cleared away, leaving nothing but a quiet grove and the light of fading day. The wizards were forgotten as the centuries rolled by, while the tree grew thick and sturdy underneath the summer sky. Then came the woodsman's metal blade, the sawyer's heavy mill. The wood was sliced and sanded down with practiced human skill. They didn't see the faces etched beneath the varnish coat, or hear the silent chanting in a dry and wooden throat. They sold it at an auction as a rustic centerpiece, a slice of nature's history, a soul-calming release. So now I rest my weary feet upon this haunted plain, ignoring how the coasters slide against a ghostly grain. If I turn the lamps down lowly, in the shadow of the night I see a flicker in the nights, a spark of silver light. And on the other corner, where the coffee mug is placed, a swirl of deep and oily black can never be erased. Two titans of the elements are trapped beneath my tea, the ultimate conclusion of a cosmic destiny. They're screaming at each other in a language made of moss, calculating every gain and every bitter loss. But for me it's just furniture, a place to set my cup, though I wonder if one afternoon they'll finally wake up.